Hey guys, welcome back. Oh my gosh. Just hearing Cynthia G's name gives me a headache, but here we go again.
More clown shit. Like I said, this is the same discussion, just a different day, where you have bandits sitting up here demeaning your accomplishments, talking negatively about your independence, all the while wanting to benefit from it by wanting you to go 50-50. And also,
here we go again, attacking black men. When have black people not gone 50-50? Let's go back to I'm going to say early 50s and before. Men and women worked together. There was no housewives. If women were able to work, they worked. They got on the bus. Rosa Parks was on the bus going 50-50 with her man. And they had more than we have now. This is the problem. We have women, black women that desire the lifestyle of white women. And that's how we got in this situation. They realize, oh wow, they have these loyal women. Let us break their women, forcing our women to desire the lifestyle of white women. They don't want to help us, but this is the problem. We don't need you.
Blaming you for their shortcomings and failures. This whole discussion was literally based on bandits, once again, comparing themselves to the women in their community. And I told you guys once before that the reason they do that is because they can't compare or measure up to manhood. Now, they can sit up here and talk about how they're these alpha male warriors while simultaneously talking about how oppressed and down and out they are.
Yes, we are oppressed, but our women are the ones that's truly oppressed. You don't even realize you're oppressed because you choose to live this wild life and run the streets with Pookie and Ray Ray, run the streets with the worst available men in this country. And then in the end, you're just a single mom. Like, you choose to chase terrible men. Like, these women know good men. Cynthia G knew who good men was, but she preferred to be with fun guys. So why are we talking so serious while you running with Pookie and Ray Ray? It don't even make any sense how you talk. Like,
but at the end of the day, they know they don't compare to the males in other communities. And they know that they don't have to compare to them at all. What they're seeking to do is keep you in this dusty cycle with them. They need you. You do not need them at the end of the day. But this is yet another clown shit circus. I'm just happy that Big Sexy was there to counter this dusty narrative and bring some sanity to the lunacy that we just heard.
we don't compare? How are you measuring that? We only as good as our women are. Like, nobody wants a black woman generally. Like, a lot of white men are accepting our black women, but you got to understand, those are very weak men that are accepting these women anyway. So, yeah, we are desired more than a black woman, if that's what you're talking about. Yes, the black man is at the top of the totem pole. I mean, you probably got the white man at the top, and we are number two. We are desired worldwide. This is why I say, why are American women dealing with women that don't even want you? Thank you, Cynthia G. We don't need you. You don't need us. The only difference is we are desired around the world. Yeah, there's a few select white men that will deal with you. Maybe anywhere from 3 to 5% of white men. But where does that lead over 95% of you ladies?
But like I said, I wanted you guys to pay very close attention to what was being said here, because this literally is an example of the biblical verse, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. Don't think that these bandits are just sitting up here talking. The reason why you hear all bandits, no matter what podcast or platform they are on, parroting the same thing is because they mean it. They are saying what they mean, and they mean what they say, and they have an agenda behind behind it, and this is what you need to know. Like I said, they're not just speaking for the sake of it. They're speaking from their heart. They're speaking about their beliefs, their morals, and their values. They're speaking from jealousy and disdain for you. Their actions towards you match their words, and that's because their words are speaking what's in their degenerate hearts. When I watched this episode, I saw a panel of jealous males, with the exception of Big Sexy, who feel inferior to the women in their community, but is doing and saying everything they can to make the women in their community feel inferior to them. And what we need to do as black women is not allow their jealousy to make us feel less than. They have reason to be jealous. You're a success, they are failures. They're dependent and you're independent, and this is why they attack your independence so much. Because if bandits were independent, if they were self-sufficient, if they didn't need to rely on you to sustain themselves, they wouldn't be attacking your independence and calling it masculine. But
we need you. Make that make sense. Like literally, we have a whole continent of women that are submissive to black men. We don't need you. You need us. You need our protection. Like, there is no reason for us to deal with you. This is the reason why. What is it? Over 30. No, it's actually under 30% of black women are single. Matter of fact, 27% of black women actually get married. So nobody's choosing you. Yet you still telling black men they need you. It don't even make sense. Make it make sense.
here's the question. If your independence is masculine, what is their dependence? Their dependence means that they are feminine. They are in the feminine position because femininity relies and depends on masculinity to a very high degree. If they didn't need you, they wouldn't keep talking about how you should be fine with settling for a man who has nothing or needs you to help them pay their bills. And if you listen to the first hour of this, you're going to see how most of the dialogue is about how black women need to tolerate everything that they bring to the table, the abuse, the lying, the cheating, all the while paying half of their bills and helping them to sustain themselves because they've never been able to sustain themselves, let alone a family or a household. And this was actually pointed out by Big Sexy as well when he checked one of these bandits and told them, look, black women don't need your money no more. Black women are making the money in the community. It just is what it is. But what...
Here we go with Cynthia G trying to push black women to be superior to black men. This is what Cynthia G goal is, to dominate black men. But the difference is, Cynthia G, you don't realize it. We don't even need you. Even if a black man desire a black woman, we don't need to deal with you. I'm gonna always say, we'll prefer any other woman of any other race in this country if you really think about it. Because 34% of black men choose to get married. 27% of black women are married. Now, you got to realize, y'all not even trying to get married anyway. So that's why those numbers don't match. Men gonna go where women want them. You ladies like to play games, and now you want to cry about black men divesting and treating you badly, you doing better. You're literally not doing better than us, for real. It's all in your eyes. That's all you see. That's what you think. But in reality, black men are doing way better than black women. And we don't need you. And as a matter of fact, what is it? 2030, 50% of American women are going to be single and childless. Hey guys, hit the like, comment, and subscribe. Plenty more good, valuable content coming your way. And what is there to be jealous of? I mean, you are just women. And I understand you ladies have been living your life like men. You have been raised to be men. So maybe men are jealous of that. But you're not. We're not looking at you jealous as a woman. We don't even see you. We barely see American women as women, period. There's nothing to be jealous of. Like, you just say anything out your mouth with nothing to back it up. No numbers, no statistics. It's ridiculous. Let's see what else she got, though.
These bandits want is for you to be in a position of servitude to them. Because if you're doing the traditional role of the woman, taking their abuse and working to pay half of their bills, you are their slaves. You are their slaves who are being abused by them. And these are lesser males who really don't deserve that. At the end of the day, the only person to blame for their position in society is themselves. And they recognize it on a subconscious level too. And I'm going to point that out because one of these bandits had a Freudian slip. And I'm going to explain to you what it was. But if they didn't need you, they wouldn't keep talking about how you should be fine with settling for a man who has nothing or needs you to help them pay their bills. They're not men in this patriarchal system, nor are they masculine. This whole discussion was focused on these bandits comparing themselves.
So let me get this straight. A black woman that is living a masculine life as a provider and protector of herself with no man is telling a black man that he's not a man. Like, make that make sense.
This is always the discussion. They never compare themselves to other males, and they likely never will because, like I said, they don't measure up. They have these discussions about you because you are the only female group who are doing better than their male counterparts in every way, despite being double oppressed, which you are the only group of women who occupy that space as well. And quiet as it's kept, this is embarrassing to bandits. You think bandits don't know that you are doing significantly better than them despite the obstacles? The reality is that these bandits don't have a valid reason or justification for their failures. Like this video.
Once again, Cynthia G wants men to be beneath women. Cynthia G wants black men to be beneath black women. That's what this is all about. So since we're telling women they're too hard, that means we're soft. This is how simple-minded this woman thinks. This is why she's in the situation that she's in. Like, the game is over.